Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at my Sorceress Sellen build in Elden Ring. Now this is my first time making a build video for Elden Ring, so there may be a few errors during this video, but let me know down in the comments what I can improve on for the next videos. So without further ado, let's get into this build. So starting off with the spells, we first have Glintstone Comet Shard. And this is a pretty powerful spell that shoots out a massive crystal, and you can spam it off pretty well, so it's good for taking out enemies really quickly. The next spell we have is the Glintstone Pebble. So this spell is the lighter version of the Glintstone Comet Shard, and again, it can be spammed off pretty quickly, and it still does a decent amount of damage. For our third spell that we're going to be using on this build, we have the Founding Rain of Stars. So what this spell does is it shoots up a bunch of spells into the sky and then creates a cloud, forming all these stars falling down. And this is just good to clear out a range of enemies that are coming towards you. Our fourth spell that we're going to be using is the Glintstone Stars. And this fires off 3 of the shooting stars in one go. So this spell is just really good to build up that damage towards an enemy with the 3 spells hitting them at the same time. Then for our next spell we have the Glintstone Arc, and you can get this one at the start of the game with the Glintstone Pebble, so easy to get. And what's good about this spell is the wide range that it can get, so no matter how the enemy is coming towards you, it definitely has a chance to hit. Then we have the Crystal Barrage, and essentially what this spell does is just fire out a bunch of the crystal spells in one single go. So what's good about this spell is the build-up of damage you get from all of the spells hitting the enemy, and it can definitely wipe them out pretty quickly. Our second to last spell is the Stars of Ruin, and this fires out 12 stars in front of you, and that pretty much wipes out the enemy instantly. And for our last spell, we have the Crystal Release. This spell is one of my favourites, as if you are surrounded by enemies, you can easily just clear them all out in one go with just one single spell. So moving on to the actual weapons then, we have the Glintstone Kris, which you get from Sellen's questline at the very end, and obviously we've leveled this up to the max. And then for the lore accurate version of Sellen's build, we have the Carrion Glintstone Staff at plus 25. But if you did want to go for a more powerful version, as the Glintstone Staff is only for the lore accuracy of the build, but if you wanted one that does extra damage, I recommend using Lusat's Glintstone Staff, as you get more damage there rather than using the lore accurate one. But it just depends what you would like to do. So what's good about the Glintstone Kris dagger is that it acts like a normal melee weapon, where you can do backstabs, slashes, and it's actually really fast. And then the cool thing about it is you can also fire out a Glintstone Comet Shard from the blade, as well as using your staff. So obviously you're going to want the Graven Witch's Drip. We're going to be using the Witch's Glintstone Crown, which you get from Sellen's questline. The Ryan Lucarian Robe, which you get from farming the Sorcerers outside and inside of the Raya Lucaria. Same with the Sorcerer Manchettes, you're going to be farming the Sorcerers in Raya Lucaria for these. The Queen's Leggings are from Renala's Remembrance set. You'll only be able to get these after killing Renala. So moving on to the talismans for this build, we are obviously using the Shard of Alexander first to greatly boost the attack power of our skills. We're using the Graven Mask Talisman to raise the potency of our sorceries. The Radagon Icon to shorten spellcasting time. And the Godfrey Icon to enhance charge spells and skills. And then for what's in the Flask of the Wondrous Physique, we're using the Intelligence Knot Crystal tier and the Magic Shrouding Crack tier. So I hope you enjoyed looking at my lore accurate Sorceress Sellen build for Elden Ring. This is my first sort of video like this, so it's probably not the best, but Let me know in the comments what I can improve on, what you'd like to see more of, and maybe I'll do more of these in the future. But with that said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.